Bitcoin is testing a crucial support level, and if that sounds interesting to you, make sure to continue watching this video. Hey guys, Pingu Charts here. Welcome back to another Bitcoin analysis video. As always, if you do enjoy my content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys are interested in free $600 Bitcoin, make sure to check out the link in the bio. As you guys can see on Bitcoin yesterday, we were trying to break above that 17.6 level, and I mentioned that's going to be extremely important for the bulls to actually hold above these exponential moving averages and for that continuation. You can see as of right now, we had a beautiful bearish engulfing candle break below the exponential moving averages and are now retesting them as resistance. It is obviously the weekend, so we are expecting a lack of liquidity here, so things can become extremely volatile. So we just have to keep in mind that if we do see a manipulation candle up, that could be a possible shorting opportunity to the downside. I don't necessarily think Bitcoin is done its massive capitulation event just yet. I do believe this is just a normal pullback before that continuation, possibly breaking that 15.5 and capitulating all the way down to around the $12,000 mark. A lot of traders right now are calling for the bottom over here, but in my opinion, guys, we are not at the bottom because of the fact that things are getting extremely risky for crypto overall. With all of the FTX news that happened lately, things are obviously looking a little bleak. Ideally right now though, if we do see a bullish engulfing candle break above these two resistance levels, we can be looking for a short-term relief rally to around the $18,000 mark, which I've mentioned to you guys many times before. But if we do continue looking for these resistance levels on the exponential moving averages and that continuation, we definitely will be retesting 15.5. Ideally, if we do retest 15.5, we would have to wait for confirmation of a break, use it as resistance, and then that continuation. But if Bitcoin can manage to hold above this 15.5 and use it as support, that would be a good indication to look for a short-term long position. On the hourly time frames for Bitcoin, you can see that we are pretty much creating lower lows opportunities now. Before yesterday, obviously we were creating some nice bullish engulfing candles. We actually broke below a new lower low as of today and are now consolidating at this level once more. Ideally, Bitcoin should not be breaking anywhere above that 17.2 level. Then this idea would obviously be invalidated. But if we do see another rejection of these exponential moving averages and that move lower tonight, then that would validate the fact that we are definitely continuing that bearish trend to the downside. So we have to be very careful. A lot of you guys were a little bit confused as to why Bitcoin obviously pumped, and you guys figured that, oh, are we at the bottom? Are we at the bottom? But again, guys, we have to keep in mind that we keep our emotions aside when we are trading. Number one, of course, is you can see that the RSI was in extreme oversold conditions, so we were expecting a bounce on the daily time frames. Looking at the daily time frame, you can see that Bitcoin pretty much had a beautiful bullish engulfing candle trying to break above that level, but we failed to break above and again retested that area as resistance. As of right now, we do have a nice bearish candle forming, but again, we have to wait for the daily to close, which is in 15 minutes, and see how that daily candle will close. Usually within the 5 minutes before the daily candle closes, you start to see some volatility. So if we do see some more volatility and actually another push to the downside, guys, things are going to look extremely bleak for Bitcoin because of the fact that this would become that third test opportunity, 15.5 on the daily time frames, which has a massive move, right? You guys need to understand on the daily time frames that holds a lot more weight than a 4 hour, a 1 hour. So if the daily does close below that level at 15.5, guys, things are going to look extremely bad for Bitcoin overall. Ideally, this is the last line of defense that the bulls really have. As you guys can see, once we broke above this 15.5 on the daily, we use this as a pullback opportunity and then that continuation. The next support after 15.5 on the daily is right over here at this break formation, right? On the daily time frame, you can see we tested that level at 12.3 and then that continuation, which was the start of that bull run. And I do want to point out that you can see that we have a beautiful exponential moving average continuation, and this was the idea that you guys want to be looking at right now on Bitcoin. When we were in the bear market, we were pretty much consolidating in between these ranges, right? You can see that Bitcoin was hugging these exponential moving averages. We didn't get that break above. We actually saw that break above right over here. This was a false breakout continuation. Then we had that capitulation effect right here in 2020 back in March when COVID started, and then that was again the start of that massive bull run. These indicators are obviously best used. You can see Bitcoin never broke below those exponential moving averages until we finally had a nice little fake out pullback opportunity and then the continuation for the bull run. But looking at the start of the bear market, you can see as soon as Bitcoin broke those exponential moving averages, we pretty much capitulated down. You can see that all the way from around the $69,000 mark coming down, we were using it as resistance, finally consolidated, no clear breakout formation above, and continued breaking using it as resistance. This is exactly why I have the 9 and the 20 exponential moving average average, and currently nothing has changed, right? We are still retesting and rejecting Bitcoin as a resistance point from these exponential moving averages, which does indicate the fact that we still have quite a ways to go. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. As always, if you do enjoy my content, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you guys are interested in free $600 Bitcoin, make sure to check out the link in the bio, and I hope you guys have one.